Hello everyone! In this part we will polish the head, create a mouse cavity, work on the topology and make blend shapes. Let's start by cleaning the head shapes, smoothing and polishing our alien head. Next, let's create a mouse cavity. I began by extruding a narrow strip between the lips. Then smooth it slightly and created a sphere to serve as a mouse cavity. After that, I adjusted its shape to ensure it intersects with the extruded part. Now it's time to use live boolean. Make sure the head is positioned above the mouse cavity in the list. Activate the live boolean button and set the boolean operator for the mouse sphere to subtract by selecting the second option. Merge down the head and the sphere. After that, dynamesh them. Now we have the mouse cavity inside the head mesh. For sculpting convenience, I have masked the lower part and created a separate polygroup. I sculpted the inner sides of the lips and smoothed the result. Moving on to the topology. Nothing overly complex here. I have placed loops around the mouse to ensure that animating the mouse would be possible if needed. I added loops around the eyes as well. To prevent unnecessary texture stretching during blinks, I've created extra space for the upper eyelids in the UVs. Also, I added extra loops in that area. One more subdivision level increased mesh density and smoothness. I divided this mesh into polygroups for a more convenient detailing process. Currently we have a new UV unwrapped mesh which has enough polygons for blinking. Also, we have polished high-resolution mesh. Now our focus shifts to transferring details from the old mesh to the new topology. I hid the inner part of the mouse, masked the rest, unhid everything, and inverted the mask. The mouse cavity is now masked. This was done to prevent mesh issues at the lips intersection. I projected details from the previous mesh onto the new one. After that, I unmasked everything and subdivided the mesh, previously disabling the smooth option to avoid unwanted smoothing at the first subdivision level. I repeated these steps 2 more times. A final touch, smoothing the mouse cavity for a clean result. The first subdivision level will serve as a blend shape for open eyes. Let's export this mesh as an OBJ. Next, I positioned the upper eyelid midway and smoothed out any imperfections. This mesh will be our base for further work, so remember to save your progress. We will create a blend shape for closed eyes by slightly raising the bottom eyelid and lowering the upper eyelid. Exporting the lowest subdivision level as an OBJ file will give us the closed eye blend shape. Back to our main mesh. Let's load eye blend shapes into layers. Create a new layer for open eyes. Switch to the lowest subdivision level and import the blend shape for open eyes. Returning to the highest subdivision level allows us to see how the details look with open eyes. Repeat this process for closed eyes. Create a new layer. Switch to the lowest subdivision level and import the blend shape for closed eyes. Everything is working as expected. In the next part we will add skin details and see how they work on our blend shapes. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video, and thanks for watching!